We'll be back from the break. Business Today continues. Well, tonight in our coffee cut, we get to understand the impact of female entrepreneurs in Uganda's economic space. Uganda has the highest percentage of female entrepreneurs in the world, with 90.5% of women borrowing and saving money to start up businesses. Sometimes women are not known to be risk takers, and this is one of the reasons as to why their businesses continue to stay and feel the test of time. Well, apparently today we sit down with one of the prominent female entrepreneurs, and this one gives us more in our conversations to understand how do women juggle family life and business. This is the Coffee Cut with Monica Nabyonga.
Thank you very much for joining us for today's Coffee Cut. A good evening to you. My name is Monica Nabyonga and this is Smart 24 TV. Guess what? Today I'm having Dr. Margaret Blake Chigozi. Yes, she's a great woman entrepreneur. She's a doctor by profession, but she left her professional line and she went into investments. Of late, actually, as we talk now, she's a farmer. She owns a 3-acre land, right? Yeah, a 3-acre farm. Okay. Yes, Dr. Maggie, please say hi to our viewers.
Hi, viewers of Smart TV. I'm happy to be here today to share with you.
Okay. Doctor, how does it feel like leaving alone your professional line of being a doctor and then venturing into farming with your pedicure, your lipstick, your Avon point? How does it feel like?
Yes, actually, agriculture is fun. Agriculture is very highly technology. There's a lot of technology. There's a lot of science. So it's not the way you look, the average farmer in Uganda looks at farming. It has changed, and I think all of us need to begin to be interested in agriculture. Yes.
Okay, how do you manage your farm? Because I see you're a very busy lady. Of late, you've just handed over to Professor Badu Dunguka Telega, but you've been the Chief Scout of Uganda Scouts Association for over 8 years. How was the experience, your achievements in this position?
Okay, I have actually been with scouting for more than 25 years. My husband was the scout, not me. But when he passed away, I was invited in, I was made a scout, I was given a scarf and given tasks. So ever since then, I think it's very important. Scouting is very important because it develops leaders, young leaders, starting right from the cubs. To the older ones. We develop leaders for Uganda, and I think that is very, very important. So we have these little children growing up into very good citizens. They are really, really hardworking. They are disciplined. They know how to lead because we teach them how to lead. And so we think we contribute quite heavily to this economy of Uganda. We own about at least 2 million active scouts in the country, all over. In Karamoja, everywhere, we have scouts. And they then grow up and become businessmen, politicians, and yeah. So we contribute by training young scouts.
Oh, so you don't only train them to be fit and what, you also train them economically?
As well, that is a new addition where entrepreneurship is one of the core 4 areas that we look at as scouts, yes. So we want them to be able to start their own businesses and make money, yes.
Okay, Doctor, you are the first woman to serve as the Director of Uganda Investment Authority. Share with us your experience. How did you feel actually being the first woman? Because it's a big achievement.
Oh, well, I think I've been the first woman in so many areas. That's only one of them. Yes, I was the first woman in Uganda to race motorcycles. Yes. Yes, medical school, there were many women, so there were many doctors. I was not a first there. But almost in every other area I've been in, I was the first Chief Scout of Uganda. I was the first, very many other areas that I have been the first, yes.
Okay, so
But,
in
how do you feel? When I was appointed as the first female CEO of Uganda Investment Authority, yes, there was a lot of opposition, a lot of questions, even in the media. She's a woman, what is she going to do there? She's a doctor, how can she manage? This is not her area, this is economics. Yeah,
It's
so
not-
yes, there were very
it's
many
not health.
questions. But, giving me a little chance, they saw that actually I could deliver. I could deliver, and all that was put to rest because we became fairly successful. We've attracted a large number of investors, both domestic and foreign. And so they could see, I think we have been role models for many young women and girls. And they saw that we succeeded, and they are now actually themselves succeeding very well.
Okay, Doctor, being in a Uganda Investment Authority for, was it 10 years? 11 years? 11 years, yes. Are your achievements there? Also, we are seeing that these days we are seeing investors encroaching our wetlands, and we've seen it actually affecting us because of late we are experiencing a lot of droughts, which actually even has led to a raise of prices in daily commodities that we use in our day-to-day living. So how was it like? How did you control this when you're in that position?
Yes, we work very closely with National Environment Management Authority. So any investor who comes in and is going to use land, a manufacturer or a farmer, the one thing you have to do is an environment impact assessment. So NEMA comes in, has a look at your land. You have to hire consultants, environmental consultants, to work on your environment impact assessment. And if it is not right, if you are going to do something wrong, you are going to pollute, then they will advise that we do not license that project. So that's how we have been working for those projects that come to the Uganda Investment Authority. But like the domestic investors do not feel that they have to go there, so they don't. They don't. And then they end up investing in wetlands without proper permission from the NEMA and without being given an investment license by the Uganda Investment Authority. So it is important that even domestic investors go to the UIA and make sure that they are environmentally friendly before they start.
Okay. Doctor, you are once also the director, Uganda Export Promotions Board. Yes, how was its performance by then, and how do you see it performing now? How can you access it?
Yes, the Uganda Export Board is another body, just like the Uganda Investment Authority,
Yes.
and it was because I was at the UIA that I was sitting on their board, because we are partners. UIA brings in the investors. And when they begin to export, they need Uganda Export Board
Promotions
to be
Board.
supported by the Uganda Export Promotion Board. So it was a good partnership. Yes, we have seen exports grow. They've really grown. Coffee, our exports have increased in amounts, and the income that is coming in is much, much more. But our challenge is we need to attract value addition. As Ugandans, we need to do value addition so that we export a higher value product instead of exporting the green beans that we do now as coffee. As coffee farmers, I am a coffee farmer, our product goes as beans. We need to make every effort to add value, to make roasted coffee, to be able to export instant coffee, and we are hoping this will happen soon. The investment is huge, of course. The investment into value addition means purchase of expensive machinery, looking for land for industrial parks, maybe the infrastructure that you need. You may need a whole lot of power. So that is the problem, and that's why it doesn't happen fast enough. But I think government focus now, and even us as entrepreneurs, we'd like to invest in value addition so that we get more money out of the products. I have mangoes, for example. They are still young. I've only got my I've been able to harvest twice only, but now that I have larger amounts and I can understand, I need to add value to my mangoes, and that's what I would like to do.
Doctor, per se, I'm just starting. I'm not like you, who has been in this game for some good time.
Yeah.
What really do I have to do as a farmer to see that at least I add value, so that at least I attract some large amount of money?
As a farmer, you first of all need to farm properly. Modern farming methods. So you need to know what seed to plant. First of all, you yourself, have you got enough information?
Okay.
What happens to our businesses that close so quickly? We've had many of our SMEs do not actually survive even 1 year. But that is because they did not get enough information about the investment they are going into. So you need to find out, get all the knowledge there is, and you can get this from consultants maybe.
But doctor, sometimes these guys actually, those investors, or should I say those people who that set up SMEs, they get the information, but they attribute their failure to taxes. Yes, taxes, other things of registering in URSB. You find someone telling you that actually the capital I'm having cannot even accommodate my registration in with URSB.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if you're a micro business, just go ahead and do your business. You don't have to register. You know, this is for slightly bigger companies. Although the taxes depends how much profit did you make. And you know, for a long time, if you've done your books of accounts, you actually do not have to pay taxes because you have invested. If I've built a factory, the amount I've used, the government looks at it, and there are incentives for business people. So what happens is the people you're talking about actually do not know about this. Mm-hmm. They have not gone to register with the UIA or with the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. Mm-hmm. The UIA is definitely free of charge. Mm-hmm. No, there's no payments there. And then getting information from your fellow farmers. What seed should you be buying? They are actually extension workers at the district. They're very good. If you go to them, they'll tell you where you get your good seed, so that as you're beginning your business, it doesn't matter what, is it cattle, is it goat, is it beans, is it maize, did you get the right seed? How did you plant it? How are you feeding them? Where is the vet? You start your chicken business and you don't know where the vet is. Then they will all get sick and they will all die. And then you'll be one of those that have failed. But if you got that information right at the beginning, then you are able to succeed. And you yourself, are you an entrepreneur? Do you know how to run a business? That is knowledge that you can get very, very easily. It is out there.
Enterprise how, Doctor, how?
Enterprise Uganda.
Okay.
Yes, you may have to pay a fee, a small fee. MOBS, Makerere University Business School Entrepreneurship Center. Go there. That's what I did. I moved from medicine to business, and I got there and I knew I didn't know anything.
So this is your trick, because all along we've been wondering, moving away from your professional line of being a doctor to economics, these are totally two different aspects.
Absolutely. Therefore, because I'm a doctor, I know it took me how many years to become a doctor. Many, many years of learning. Now even business is the same. Maybe not so many years, but 5 days at least. Go to Enterprise Uganda, go to MOVES Entrepreneurship Center, or many NGOs actually do train, and for free. They want to build our capacity. Government, when it gives skilling Ugandans, go and get the skills. They are for free. Learn to be a hairdresser. I was watching hairdressers during our difficult times of lockdown. For them, they were working. They would come to your house and do your hair. Yeah? So, electricity, all those skills that are out there, look for them before you start your business. If you start your business with ignorance, that business is going to fail.
All right, Doctor, when you're in Uganda Investments Authority, how are you handling the issue of tax holiday, most especially to our domestic investors?
Yes. The government of Uganda offers tax incentives, they are called tax incentives, to investors. And really, they do not differentiate. They do not say these ones are for Europeans, these ones are for Chinese,
I thought
and they are
holidays are
none for
given to
Ugandans.
foreigners.
They are the same incentives for any investor. So, the example, if you bring in a machine, there is a 50% depreciation allowance. That's an incentive for all of us. All of us. Incentives are put in place by Parliament. Really, these are the people you elected. Do you think they can put an incentive and say, this one is only for whites? Or this one is only for Chinese? They can't. They put their incentives for all of us. But the problem is we don't find out. We as Ugandans do not go to the UIA, which would give you all the information. URA, we don't want to go there, but they are the ones who manage the incentives.
But why do you think we fear going there?
They have changed. I know at the beginning they were horrible.
Okay.
They were really tough. Now they are very customer oriented. They really want you to come because eventually you are the one who will pay taxes.
But I think them also, they need to move out of their comfort zones.
They do. They do. They have changed. They are out there holding seminars for us. There's a women's desk. Just go there if you're a businesswoman. They will handle you differently.
In URA?
In URA, they will handle you differently because we told them the women are so scared of you. The women do not want to see URA anywhere near them. And yet you want them to pay taxes. Can you be different? And they changed. So there's better customer care, all the bodies, even the URSB that you talk to. The head is a woman. And they are very investor friendly. They have tried to be efficient. They try to be, to support their customers because we are their customers. Without us, URA doesn't work. Without you as an investor, URA is in trouble. They will not hit their targets. So they are there to help us to succeed. They are not there to kill your business. No. So even your incentives, are you keeping your books of accounts? You have to keep your books of accounts. If you made a profit, they may come to you for 30% of that profit. But like a farmer, I have just planted my coffee. Okay. It will not give me anything for the next 4 years. I go to URA, I say, you can see my coffee. I have nothing to pay you, and I don't pay any taxes because I did not make any profit. And even now I continue investing further, growing this, increasing that. That means I am not getting any profit, and they will not charge you taxes if you did not make a profit.
Okay. Doctor, do you think we are getting value for our money, more so the taxes that we pay to URA?
Absolutely, it is. The taxes are passed on to government, to the Ministry of Finance. And the Ministry of Finance then needs to work on the budget. And they say, education, we want every child to go to free universal primary education and free universal secondary education. So they put money there. Then they have to manage health. COVID has come, it requires a lot of money. They put our taxes there. Plus donor funds, of course, if they get donor funds, they put them there. Then there are other areas. Now, oil. We want the oil to come out. So there is investment in the various things that are required around the oil sector. That is the kind of budget. Agriculture. How much money can we give to agriculture? Because really, Uganda is privileged as far as agriculture is concerned. We have rainfall the whole year round. We have sunshine.
But this year it has been different.
Yeah, for a few months. But you know, Uganda is not the same all over. When you have drought in Masaka, you have plenty of rain in Busoga, or you have plenty of rain in Ngulu, so that we can always feed ourselves. The other countries are starving. Did you know that?
Of course.
For us, we eat. We always eat. So we really need to thank God for that. But also, begin to consider, irrigation, modern technology in agriculture.
But it's expensive.
No, yes,
Me as a farmer who's just beginning, I cannot manage irrigation.
Yes. Now, also remember, Ugandans are not all the same. You are just beginning. I am not just beginning. I have irrigation. Okay? So, people are different, yes. And we don't need to all lump ourselves at that level. There are those who've been working in MTN for the last 20 years. They have money. They have money, all right?
Yes.
So let them start with the irrigation, and slowly government will try to subsidize the smallholders, and together we succeed, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Lastly, you sit on many boards and you have a lot of responsibilities.
I do.
How do you manage to see that you satisfy each and everything that you have to do?
Yes, in fact, I am trying to reduce. But when I reduce this one, I then get a new one. So that is my challenge. But I think it's you as an individual, I am able to multitask. I am a woman. Yeah, I have babies, I have lunch, we got used to doing so many things at the same time.
Okay.
So yes, you should limit the number of boards you sit on. Shouldn't accept all the boards, and I don't. I refuse a lot of them. I do the ones that either business, because I sit on Trademark East Africa. We work on, improving the borders, improving transport, logistics, improving things like UCDA, important things that are big,
Okay.
that have a big impact. I work on the Scouts because of the huge number of young people that we are able to impact. I sit on Akina Mama Africa. That is an Africa-wide organization for feminists where we support young women, again, to go into leadership. Okay. So I try to accept things that have a big impact on this country and even in Africa. Yeah. But I don't do everything. I refuse a lot of them. Yes.
Okay, lastly, Doctor, we know that Daniel Chigozi is your son.
Yeah.
So please give us a cappella of any of his songs.
No, I know you have a recording. So I'm going to ask you to give a recording of Njogereza. My voice is really getting 72
I can give you that pitch
voice.
and then you pick one.
Okay, you sing for me and I will support you.
Okay, Njogereza, Njogereza.
Njogereza.
Njogereza kawala komukazi.
You've already got it
You
wrong.
even already know. It has been nice having you, Dr. Maggie Chigozi, on our Coffee Call tonight. My name is Monica Nabyonga. Stay tuned to Smart 24 TV for this and more.
Njogereza indeed. Anyway, let's move on with business today away from the coffee cuts as we look at scholastic materials. School fees is not the only thing parents are struggling to clear. For the others, scholastic materials are an issue owing to the increased prices in commodities. Children have started reporting back for third term at a time when everything seems expensive. Are the parents ready for the third term? We do ask. Is the economy ready for the third term, and how prepared are the schools for third term? Winnie Nakauchi with the report.
It is that time of the year again, taking children back to school. Several parents are on the edge about catering to all their children's needs. Monday is going to be a busy day as parents rush to make the final shopping and send their children back to school. However, the majority of parents were surprised at the sudden increase in the prices of scholastic materials. A dozen of 96 pages exercise book costs 7,000 shillings from 5,000 shillings. A graph book costs 2,000 shillings from 1,000 shillings. A dozen of pencils goes for 1,500 from 1,000 shillings. Whereas a ream of rotor trim photocopying papers costs 20,000 shillings from 18,000 shillings. A ream of ruled papers costs 15,000 shillings from 12,000 shillings. A black book costs 4,000 shillings from 3,000 shillings. A geometric set costs 1,500 from 1,000 shillings, and pens cost 500 from 300 shillings each.
Prices have actually gone so high as compared to when we were in, before COVID. Before COVID, we used to sell 96 pages, short peak fare. We used to sell it at 8,000. Currently, we are selling it at 10,000. Sometimes when somebody is buying very many, maybe in cartons or many dozens, we sell to them at 9.5. And prices of these other books, black books, have also changed. A book which we are selling at 4,000, we are now selling it at 4,500 or 500 in some cases, depending on the quality of the book. So basically, COVID could have been the major factor because so many factors have played role to the fact that the manufacturers of, say, paper have increased their prices, so they are buying. Traders are buying at a higher cost, so they are automatically forced also to increase the prices. And even us who are here, we also have to increase the prices. So at the end of the day, it affects also the clients, our clients, who are the school, the parents.
As you can see, the economy right now, it's not stable at all. You see, the rising of fuel has brought the rise of different prices of different commodities around the country. But here we are affected so much because you see the scholastic materials, parents don't have enough money to purchase them. So even us as ourselves, we are also affected so much at a greater extent.
Jana further emphasizes the need for parents to plan before the opening of schools to avoid last-minute hurdles. The traders still plead to the government to reduce the taxes imposed on goods and fuel for the businesses to move smoothly.
If the government can relax the tax and also the cost of the fuel, probably that will create a very big difference because everyone will feel the difference. And at the end of the day, prices will go down because if you cut down the transport costs and then you cut down the tax costs, at the end of the day, everything will begin going down.
With the high prices of educational materials, will the parents resort to alternative ways of educating their children, or the government will have to step in to control the abnormal prices? Winnie Nakauchi, Mary Goretti Nachiganda, Business Today, Smart 24 TV, driving business.
All right, many thanks for being part of Business Today. It is the 1st of September 2022, the first day of the month, the 9th month of the year. And I hope that you're going on by making sure that your business grows bigger and bigger and you're collecting those sales. If not, may God see you through as well. We've been coming to you live from Plot 42, Nile Avenue. I'm Jerome Paul Sonko with Winnie Buyinza Nakauchi on Sign Language. We wish you a happy new month. Have a blessed night. Good evening.